The following is a CNBC original production.
Now listen to the special offer.
It cleans, it brightens.
You know we can't do this all day.
A $150 billion industry.
Now how much would you pay?
Promising you everything, from perfect abs to the perfect pancake.
Just add your favorite better.
Here's something you can't do with glue. But watch this.
Animated and targeted sales pitches, dreamed up to get you to buy, and buy now.
Call and order the pet egg for only $10.
The pet egg outselling Snickers candy bars. And you can't ignore that kind of business for very long.
Darren Ravel takes an all-access look at the booming business of infomercials and the out-of-this-world wealth they're creating.
How much money have your products grossed? Billions.
Billions. I know how to sell. Call right now and I'll triple the offer.
An industry that's made the Ginsu, the ShamWow, and the Snuggie household names.
It's one of those products that people are really like, why wouldn't the blanket have sleeves?
We could create brand recognition, make a lot of money, unlimited demand, make a lot of money. Did I say a lot of money?
Made stars out of inventors.
Set it and...
They wanted my autograph. I'm the set it and forget it man. I go to an airport, hey, set it and forget it. Love your product.
And even waves in Washington.
Large numbers of consumers are spending a lot of money on false promises. Everybody wants one. The FTC is going to take action.
Carefully crafted commerce with a catch.
Life's a pitch, then you buy it.
Order today, but wait. Here's how to order. For only 2 easy payments of $19.99.
Call right now.
I've decided to drop the price.
If you have a credit card, no problem.
As seen on TV, a CNBC original. Here's Darren Ravel.
Ginsu knives, Showtime rotisserie, the ShamWow. You know the products. The taglines are burnt into your memory. And the pitchmen? Now pop culture icons. For the past 30 years, almost every product you could ever imagine has been sold on television infomercials, many of which have and will run here on CNBC. But it's not as easy as set it and forget it. There's a whole lot of science and strategy in the direct response industry, driving sales into the billions, even in today's troubled economy. Our story begins with an ordinary blanket that's got a catchy name and is taking the world by storm.
Blankets are okay, but they can slip and slide.
It started with this, an infomercial advertising a blanket with sleeves.
The blanket that has sleeves.
And it has led to this. Pub crawls across the country, paying homage to the Snuggie, the runaway icon of winter 2009.
It's one of those products that people are really like, why wouldn't the blanket have sleeves?
Scott Boylan is CEO of the All-Star Marketing Group. The direct response firm never made a blanket before, but now has the Snuggie to thank for adding $100 million in sales to the bottom line. For those scoring at home, they've sold enough Snuggies to outfit the entire population of Minnesota.
We tested the product in August, and the thoughts behind that were, we're never going to be able to sell a blanket in August, but in order to capitalize on this season, let's see if there's anybody home. Let's see if the phone rings at all. Well, lo and behold, when we tested in August, we got a lot of calls. So we knew come cold weather. So we ordered millions of pieces right out of the gate, and then it was more how many can we make and how fast.
You'd think it would take a whole lot of time to convince people to walk around in something that looks like a backwards robe. But for Boylan's company, the biggest challenge was actually using the entire ad time they purchased.
When we shoot a commercial, sometimes we need 2 minutes to tell the story of that commercial. Come on, this is a blanket with sleeves. People get it in 8 seconds.
A simple idea, a simple commercial. But in the midst of the most turbulent economic climate since the Great Depression, the Snuggie, unlike previous versions of this product, also needed a simple price.
Price is critical. If we marketed Snuggie at $29 or $39, I don't think it would have worked.
That's 2 Snuggies.
The pitch? 2 Snuggies, $19.95. But wait, there's more. Isn't there always? In the Snuggie's case, 2 free book lights to help close the deal.
I've used the Total Gym for one reason. It does work.
This is my George Foreman waffle maker.
I'm using my Total Gym.
Welcome to the world of direct response marketing, where Hollywood meets the hard sell. A $150 billion industry.
Oh, that looks good.
That has stars as pitch people. and pitch people as stars.
Billy Mays here for the Gopher.
Where else would you get cooking advice from Mr. T? It's an economy based solely on the impulse buy. Targeted television time that hopes to convince viewers to purchase a product they don't get to test or even touch before buying.
Call or log on now.
But you have to call now. Order right now.
And in a time when Fortune 500 companies are cutting back on their ad spending, there is more TV time for products like the Snuggie to fill.
If you flip your TV on, you'll see more infomercials than have ever been on the air in history.
Dan Danielson is CEO of Mercury Media, one of the largest media buyers in the direct response industry, an industry that seems to flourish when times are tough.
One thing you got to know about direct response television, if you're seeing it, it's working. And if you continue to see it more, it's even working better.
And the Snuggie ads were running over and over and over again. With more television time came a surge of popularity, including hundreds of spoofs on YouTube.
Now there's a new solution for you. The Snuggie, the backwards-facing housecoat.
Love from the mainstream media was next.
It's called the Snuggie, and you've probably seen the infomercial.
And then came the problem.
Yeah, 1995 is the standard edition. There was the point in December where we had to cut back on our media because the results were so good and we were getting so many more orders than projected.
You had to stop advertising.
Well, we didn't stop advertising, but we could have run double the media that we actually spent.
There is now a line for kids, the Snuglet, and a style for any occasion.
Right now, a challenge to our company is I think blankets with sleeves will be sold over the next 10 years. Are we a good enough company to keep that brand and to maximize that business?
All-Star's Sweet Snuggie success story has generated hundreds of new leads, from inventors hoping the company will take their ideas global.
How are you? Nice meeting you.
The company reviews thousands of products but will eventually sell only a few each year. This year's hits include the Topsy-Turvy Tomato, a plant watering system called Aqua Globes, and the Big City Slider Station.
The fast and easy way to press and cook delicious sliders.
What's the next big thing? Boylan knows that's not up to him.
Do you feel you're better at evaluating things?
No.
At all?
You know, I think we get better each year, but it's really the consumer decides. One thing about direct response advertising, it's the ultimate focus group.
Call now and you'll get the ultra soft.
Consumer has to sit on their couch, pick up their phone, dial it for a company they never heard of, and place an order. So if they're actually doing that, they want the product.
But wait, there's more. A man and his knives carving out a spot in history.
The most difficult challenge for us was to sell the American public something they absolutely did not need yet until we came along.
Ginsu Gold, when As Seen on TV returns. As Seen on TV continues.
Anyone can cut a ribbon, right? Okay,
At a street naming ceremony on a rainy Friday in Rhode Island, a crowd gathered to see a man cut a garden hose with a knife.
It can cut through a hose and still slice a tomato like this. But wait, there's more.
A street named after a knife? It just begs the question.
What's so great about a knife?
It's a must-have kitchen item. To me, there are knives.
The Ginsu can cut a slice of bread so thin you can almost see through it.
But then there's Ginsu.
It cuts meat better than an electric knife.
And there's a difference.
This edge will dice onions so fast there isn't time to cry.
It was 1978, and in Fremont, Ohio, a company called Quick Cut had knives to sell, while in Warwick, Rhode Island, ad man Ed Valenti had television time to buy. And so began a powerful partnership.
The Ginsu. It's a knife that no kitchen should be without.
But knives from Ohio might not have had the zing needed to sell, and sell big.
Why do you need a foreign name?
Intrigue. We thought about Germany for stainless steel. We thought about the Middle East for the saber. We thought about Japan for samurai. We just thought it was intriguing.
Introducing Ginsu 2.
And Ginsu, a made-up name with a foreign flair, was born.
The Ginsu is so sharp it can cut through a tin can and still slice a tomato like this.
Showing a kitchen knife's ability to cut anything, even wood, seems like the easiest sell in the world. But Valenti decided he needed a hook to get you to watch in the first place.
There's the legend of how long it took to dream up the first 10 seconds of the Ginsu ad.
600 hours.
600 hours?
Yes. Took months.
Why?
Couldn't come to an agreement on what the opening should be.
In Japan, the hand can be used like a knife. But this method doesn't work with a tomato.
Opening karate chop. Why is that the first 3 seconds?
Visually arresting. Breaking through the commercial clutter. You're watching television, you maybe are half asleep, and all of a sudden this guy comes on TV and he's karate chopping boards and tomatoes, and you turn to the TV set and you say, what the hell is that? Think about the emotional chord that you have to strike to get someone to leave the television set, run over to a telephone, give a perfect stranger on the other end of the phone your credit card number, and then wait 4 weeks for delivery.
But wait, you also get this matching Ginsu cleaver. It can split a log and still handle your most delicate chopping. How's that for a clever cleaver?
Beyond the knives, Valenti has carved out a spot in infomercial history, creating catchphrases that are still used today. Words intended to grab viewers' attention and never let go.
How much would you pay for a knife like this? Before you answer, listen.
We wanted to create an offer that was so compelling, so interesting, and yet the a lot for a little approach.
What are 3 Ginsu knives like this worth?
And that's why we came up with those copy lines that we wrote. But wait, there's more. How much would you pay? Wait, we're not done yet. We'll also give you this. And if you order before midnight tonight, you'll also get this and this and this. And I'm sure at the end of the offer, people were confused as to how much they were getting, but it was a lot.
It's the most incredible knife offer ever.
And someone with an entire drawer of knives picks up the phone and says, I need to get these.
Absolutely.
The original Ginsu line has grossed $50 million in sales, but Valenti says it could have been more.
I wonder if I would have lost any sales had I raised the price 4 cents. I don't think I would have lost one order, but over the course of Ginsu 1 and Ginsu 2, that's probably $400,000 in additional profit that I didn't get.
While Ginsu was not sold in stores, this iconic figure was.
It's fun, easy, and educational.
The Chia Pet ad didn't just seek to drive viewers from their couch to the phone, it needed people to actually drive to the store listed.
Available at Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Kmart.
And if this jingle drives you crazy, you have Joseph Pedot to thank for it.
Cha-cha-cha-chia. I don't even know how it came about. I don't know if we were just kidding, stuttering, and it came out, but it caught.
Why would anyone think that would work?
Who knows?
Pedot took a chance on Chia, and it paid off. Since 1977, his company, Joseph Enterprises, has sold more than 500,000 Chias each year. And each year, starting in 1986, his company has also sold 250,000 of these.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Don't tell me this is an accident, but the clap on, clap off song, how did that work out?
Catastrophic accident. Hey, you want me to lie? I don't know how to lie.
Clap on! The clapper itself was not original. There was an earlier version already on the market, but the product didn't work.
So I hired 2 engineers. They spent a couple of years coming up with the product. And then I remember I didn't have a name for it. So I invited 6 couples to my place for a potluck dinner. And I said, I got an idea for a product. I need your help on a name. And they came up all sorts of names. And then I said, what about the clapper? It's descriptive.
Clap on.
You clap, so it's a clapper.
The clapper. There's a new pet. Chia Pets.
Pedot came across what eventually became the Chia Pet in the same way. He was presented with an idea, which he remade, renamed, and remarketed. The original Chia Ram has now evolved into a Chia family, a Chia herb garden, and now a Chia president.
Introducing
Chia.
Chia Obama.
An idea PDOT originally didn't want to do.
Just spread the seeds, water, and watch it grow.
Last